Welcome, Alex Templeton, to the pod. Would you like a ranch fuel?
I have one.
Good, because I wasn't going to give you mine.
Yeah, thank you so much. I got my own.
We're in Connecticut right now.
Yep, we are.
We agreed we're not going to talk about our past.
I'm trying to just forget it ever happened, honestly.
Well, you can keep trying, but it ain't going to happen. You'll never forget me. We are in Connecticut. What town are we in?
Lakeview?
Lakeville. Lakeville, Connecticut. And then what's this place called? We drove through Canaan. This Backyard Adventures UTV tours in Lakeville, Connecticut. We're here for a Can-Am shoot. We're driving the new Can-Ams. What'd you think of the terrific machine?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Do you have one at the ranch?
Not one of these. I have a couple HD 10s, but not these new HD 11s. I don't have one of those yet.
Yeah, well, nobody has one of those. These are the first ones.
I know. That's why I said yet.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully we both get one this year. Yeah, they called out the best of the best in ranchers to test these machines.
I have to agree.
Yeah. Yeah, little did they know that some of them have history, but we didn't tell them. We were like, yeah, you know what, we can be professionals.
Yeah, I just want to leave our past in the past and just focus on more of a business
and what is
relationship.
Your business?
Ranching.
Atta girl.
That's it.
So tell me about where you grew up. Was it primarily ranching or was it primarily farming?
So a good mix of both. I am from a little town in northwestern Missouri. Mm-hmm. I was born and raised there. I've lived there my whole life, and I don't have any plans of leaving. And I was raised on my family's farming and ranching operation. And we farm corn, wheat, beans, and milo. And then my dad and I run a cow-calf operation. And then we also have a bred heifer operation where we buy replacement heifers, breed them, sell them as breds, cab them out, sell them as pairs, and we've shipped cattle all over the United States.
So is the heifer deal new?
No. Well, relatively. My dad has bought and sold and calved out heifers since before I was born. He actually used to take in cattle out of Nebraska and custom graze. And then when I came back from college, we kind of started this heifer business together.
Mm-hmm. Which one do you like the most? Because you're doing a lot of different things.
I love the heifers, man. Calving out heifers is probably my favorite thing in the entire world. And I sometimes when I tell people that, some people are either like agree with me or they're like, nope, they don't like it, but I love it.
You love like the actual having to like help a heifer?
Well,
heifer? I don't know why my voice trembled.
Yeah, if that's what needs to be done, but just the entire process of helping them have their first babies and the drama. Because
I love that too. We don't have to. We put a Corrini bull on them, which I know some people might think that's kind of a waste, but no. we start off with he's actually a Dexter. I don't think he's a Corrini, but he's a small bucking bull.
Yeah.
And so we don't have to pull a lot, and but I do really love starting a new cow. Mm-hmm. Turning like a young baby, watching her as like a 6-month-old, and then grow, and then decide to keep her. That is so fun to me, the whole process of it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, like I think sometimes like there's been maybe half a dozen vlogs where we'll be out gathering, teaching somebody to gather, and I'll just kind of nerd out about our program, and we end up having to like cut 4 minutes of the video because it gets boring to people. Some people. To
some people, me personally, I would not get bored with that. Like same thing for us when we're out checking cows or riding pastures or something. Like the history that you have with each animal, like my dad will point out and say, I remember that cow and I had her mama and this, that, and the other. And it's you kind of, you don't want to personify your animals, but you do kind of build that connection with them. And, I think that's what makes a good rancher is building that connection with your livestock. And
it's impossible not to with some of them.
Yeah.
Keeping from naming them, I think definitely helps.
Do you have any that are named?
Well, I try not to name the cows. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Once you name them, it's hard to get rid of them.
I have one. Her name is Lily.
Are you going to be able to get rid of Lily if she stops calving?
No, she's earned her keep.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like the one.
Even if she's like worth $2,200 dry and open?
Well, she's probably worth more than that now, as fat as she is. But
oh, really?
She calves every year, and even if she doesn't, she'd get to stay. But so right when I graduated from college, my first entrance into the cattle business, I bought 25 red baldy heifers, and that's what I was like dead set on.
Oh, she's part of that.
And we started. My dad and I were calving out these heifers.
Dang, she's that old?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably like 10.
I'm just kidding.
And we were calving out these heifers, and we didn't breed them. They were having huge calves. We were having to pull them. Mamas weren't claiming calves. They were crazy. And Lily's mother rejected her, so I raised her on a bottle, which I absolutely do not enjoy. Mm-hmm. But since she was out of my first herd, I thought I'd keep her. Mm. And now she's the best. She's like a big puppy dog.
But what if she stopped calving?
Well, you know what? As a woman, I get it. If she doesn't want to have another baby, I guess. Who am I to tell her?
Touche.
We don't let no men tell us what to do.
I got a 250. This is her last year. She's 13. And she's gentle.
Yeah.
Had I named her, it'd be hard for me to let go of her. It's a little easier just because she's red ear tag 250.
Yep.
But
I can remember ear tag numbers throughout the year, the ones we liked growing up and stuff, but that doesn't really make me sad.
Right.
Circle of life.
What is the cattle market like around your area?
It's high.
Just like it is everywhere?
Yeah, it's high.
If you like your legs covered whenever you're riding, rodeoing, ranching, or dancing a jig at the honky tonk, I hope you'll go to rockandrolldenim.com and use code DALE for 15% off. These are the only jeans I've ever worn, and they're the only jean I'm ever gonna wear. Rockandrolldenim.com, old son. What are you guys farmers that ranch or ranchers that farm?
How do I explain this? So my dad and my uncle farm, like row crop. I own a farm, like row crop. My dad runs cows on his own. We run cows together, and I have cows on my own. I would say my dad and I are ranchers that farm, but my dad's brother is just a farmer. So my family kind of does that too.
Do y'all argue about who is and who ain't no cowboy? No, you're good.
No, we don't really argue about that. My dad's pretty cowboy.
Is he?
Yeah.
He seems it.
Yeah.
I guess I was referring more, I guess, like the uncle that only farms.
Oh, I think he kind of gets sick of the cows.
That's what I feel like some farmers are like. They get sick of the cows.
There's a tree on a farm. He wants to rip it out. He buys a farm and there's a fence on it. We're like, keep the fence. And
right.
He wants to rip it out. So that's...
Dang.
Yeah, that can sometimes be an issue.
So you guys share some land? Like, are there some places you farm that have some grass on the side that you can run cows on?
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll like graze corn stalks and the bean stubble and things like that. So we're able to move them around and graze different areas, which is nice. People helping people. That's powerful thing. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then you guys have been in that area for a long time. So are you able to find any leases?
It's tough. You know, a couple of years ago when corn prices were through the roof, not a lot of grass survived, being ripped up and planted. But there's still some grass around home. I'm very, very blessed that, my dad took a lot of risks and a lot of chances when I was little and kind of helped set us and himself and me up for success.
Mm-hmm. So what's your day-to-day look like? I don't know anything about a farm.
Well, like I said, I'm a rancher that farms. My day-to-day is a little different now because I have 2 little kids.
So you don't do any like tractor driving or anything? You are focused?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, but so like trying to think about how I want to go about this. I mean, I have 2 babies. Mm-hmm. So
Sonny and Millie.
Sonny and Millie. Sonny is 2.5 and Millie just turned 1. And so they take up a lot of time.
I'm sure by now Sonny's probably helping you.
Oh yeah. She's a rancher herself. Yeah. She has a pony named Lala.
Right.
Yeah. She named him. So she gets out there and does some light ranching.
Light to moderate ranching. Mm-hmm. What do they think of it all?
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They go crazy when we go out and check cows. They love it. Yeah, I was 9 months pregnant cows with Sunny, and same, working cows with Sunny right by me while I was pregnant with Millie. And so I want to raise them just like I was raised.
Mm-hmm. How did building your brand come into play? What got you started with content?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. So I kind of just fell into it. So I love to bow hunt. Hunting is like outside of farming and running cows. That's like my biggest passion. And so I enjoyed posting about hunting content. And I kind of did and still do some stuff within the hunting industry. And I just started posting about stuff we were doing with the cows and on the farm. And it kind of just took off, like I never really set out to plan to be any sort of content creator. I don't even like calling myself that, because the content I like to create is just work stuff for the most part. And so it kind of just happened. And then my dad absolutely loves it. He eats it up.
Yeah.
He loves the videos I make and the things we get to do together. And it's given us some really fun opportunities to get to do some cool stuff together because we're like best friends. And it actually grew into me leveraging my social media platforms to market our cattle, which has been awesome.
Like the heifers?
Yeah. Heifers and cows too. I've sold loads of bred heifers to South Texas, New Mexico, Indiana, Oklahoma.
Dang.
Yeah. Kansas. Did I say Kansas?
Did it start off as like comedy or just...
Not like true comedy, but my dad's just
not like Dale Brisby comedy.
No, like it's funnier than that.
Oh, wow. So like Theo Vaughn level.
Yeah. Now my dad is like naturally a very funny guy, so that kind of comes through. I feel like, but
yeah,
I try to keep it a mix of the good, the bad, the ugly. Like especially like when we're calving and stuff, like show that it's not just rainbows and sunshine. You pull a calf, doesn't always make it. Bad things happen, and that's part of it.
What about, do you feel like there was a draw to your content being a girl in the industry, be it hunting or ranching?
Yeah, I think so. I think I get a lot of messages and support from other women, which is awesome, that they say that, maybe they've seen some of my videos and it's inspired them to get out and try something new, whether that be shooting a bow or shooting a gun, deer hunting with their husband or their dad. And I get a lot of support from other dads who want their daughters to grow up and have the relationship with them like I have with my dad. And that's something that I think is really special.
Yeah. Have you felt like there's been any challenges in the industry because you're a girl?
I don't want to say I wasn't as confident as I am now when I was younger, but I'd say I wasn't quite as much of a straight shooter. And so calling people about cattle or people calling me about cattle, they would ask to speak to my dad or my husband. And, I would kind of shy away from that. And
yeah, I
mean, and I didn't necessarily take offense to it, but, I got to the point where it was like, well, no, they're mine. Or, and working with my dad, like working with any family, there can be like struggles with that. But one thing I'm super grateful for is my dad made me earn his respect in a new light when I came back to work with him and for him. I didn't just walk in to everything handed to me. Like there were a lot of times when we were working and my opinion didn't matter. My ideas, what I thought didn't matter. And then he made me earn that. And I think that's part of the reason why we're so close and have such a mutual respect for one another. Because just as often as I'll call him and ask for his advice, he'll do the same for me. Like when we're calving heifers, he'll call me and say, this is what's happening. What do you think? And so it's really both of us together. And I think that's pretty special. Like that's built my confidence up a lot as a woman in ag, like having a leader like that in my life that I can look up to.
Yeah, my sister kind of went through a little bit of that. Like they've got a grain elevator and she'd be in the office, and when I first moved there, I lived above their office. And anyhow, she just typically sometimes some of them old farmers would kind of treat her a certain kind of way. And she's pretty smart, like brilliant actually, and top of her class. And but like some of these guys would just assume she didn't really know what might be going on. And anyhow, that definitely bugged her.
Yeah.
But
one big thing where it has like been an issue is when this has happened several times when we're loading trucks, and it'll be my dad and I in there, you know, in the pens trying to load the trucks, and you know the truck driver will get in there, or if a sale barn sends a truck or something, like they want to get in there and help. And this has happened a few times, and it's like the best thing ever. Like my dad will say, "You guys get out, Alex, you get in." You know, like he and I. And once you learn how to sort cattle with someone, you know what the other's going to do. But my dad and I are just like an extension of each other, like sorting pairs or anything like that. So it's been kind of funny. Like, you know, guys will come in and want to help load, and he's like, "Would you guys just get out and let her get back in, and we can just get this done?" And that's like a good feeling.
Do you guys use horses a lot?
A little bit, honestly, not as much as I wish we did. It's just like where we're at, you know, like I'll ride some like in the pens, like loading trucks and everything, but not as much as I wish. We need to catch them. We just go out and honk the horn.
Right. What about Can-Ams?
Yes.
What do you use those for?
Checking pastures a lot. Calving heifers, I mean, it's invaluable to have something that's going to fire up, you know, because the weather gets bad.
Right.
Calving heifers in a blizzard, or, you know, in the mud and in the rain, you need to be able to get in there and check them at any hour of the day, and a pickup just ain't going to cut it.
Right.
And you don't want to be going in a tractor. So if having something reliable that you can get in and give things a look is just invaluable.
Yeah, I guess with all the snow and everything being lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we feed with them every single day. I'm glad they started doing stuff like this with the defenders. You know, whenever I got on the team, they had only started making defenders in 2016, which I knew it was recent. I didn't realize it was that recent.
It's not that long ago.
And I came on the team, I think in 2019 early. And it just seems like, I don't know, I guess there's plenty of crossover between the performance rigs and these, but regardless, I don't know what I'd do running a ranch these days without one. That would suck.
I really don't. And this is something that's like no joke. You know, there's tons of different brands out there, and we've owned about every brand there is. Our Can-Ams have required the least amount of maintenance.
100%.
And we do not, like, they are not like maintained, you know, like they're not clean, they're not babied, they're not, I mean, I feel like every unit we've had has just taken the abuse. I
agree. Same.
And we just don't have to work on them.
Yeah. I still have my first one from back then.
Me too. I got one in 2018.
Yeah.
And I still have it. It's got like 12,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Runs like a top.
Dang. Do you have to do a lot of these trips?
I feel like I'm doing more now. I took a couple of years off, sort of, you know, being pregnant and having kids, and I want to say like this last spring I really was decided I was ready to kind of get back into doing stuff. So I've been traveling quite a bit lately, which is bittersweet.
Yeah, when are you going to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I have a YouTube channel. It's just when am I going to start YouTubing?
Right.
I don't know.
It's a good game.
I know. It's just.
Dude,
I don't want to sound lazy because I'm not lazy, but it's just a lot of work, and it's just.
It is a lot of work.
Just a lot. I'm not afraid of work, but that kind of work.
Especially with 2 kids.
Yeah.
I wonder though. Yeah, I don't know, but it's just so interesting. Yeah, if you had an intern, if a young lady out there wants to be an intern for Alex, being on the ranch and farm and help her with her media, because there's so many people that want to learn that lifestyle.
Yeah. And
if they could like run a camera for you while you're calving heifers, like they obviously get to be there while you're calving heifers. That's the hack. That's how you get into the industry, folks. Yeah. If you're a young lady wanting to learn how to ranch, calve heifers, do some farming, send Alex a video 1 minute long saying, do you have somewhere for him to live?
We can figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
Details.
We
can figure that out.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, you get them to send you a video. That way you know they're normal.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do that with Carson here. And
So that's how you got Carson.
That's how I showed up, and I was like, ooh, you know, and been dealing with them ever since. No, he's not for sale.
What do you want for him?
He ain't for sale. No, I just think that what the life that you live is really interesting. You know, if you're with the cow-calf thing, the marketing cattle outside of the sale barn, like the marketing side of it.
That's the ticket. So many ranchers get stuck in their ways.
Mm-hmm.
This is when we're selling. This is the sale barn we're going to. You know, they'll say, Dad and Grandpa always sold on this date, at this sale, at this time. Get stuck in a rut. And there's nothing wrong with that, but not being afraid to take a risk and put yourself out there. I mean, I'll post a video on TikTok, got these cows for sale. I mean, my DMs just explode.
Yeah.
And you know, you'll get the people that just want to buy, you know, a gooseneck load, and that's great. I mean, people will say, well, will you sell 5? And I'm like, I'll sell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we try to keep it by like the pot load, but you never know. Some guy called me and he was in like southern New Mexico. He bought 3 pot loads of bred heifers from us.
Dang.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Off the internet?
Yeah.
Like off of TikTok?
Like saw him on my Instagram.
You got a TikTok shop with cows on it?
Yeah. Add to cart.
You got other influencers selling your cows. Yeah. Swipe up for this pair. Yeah. Today only. For you only, today only.
Use code Dale.
Use code Dale for free shipping. Oh, yeah, that would kill you. The FOB. What, do you have some cattle for sale right now?
No.
Why not?
Well, trying to decide if we want to hold on to them and cab them out. We've got some fall calvers that are going to start like mid-September, so I don't know.
So you might sell those? Yeah,
potentially. I mean, like I said, everything's for sale. It's just a matter of, like, people are like fiending for cows right now.
Yeah.
You know, and everything is just so high, numbers are down, and it's like you're trying to play the market based on what's going to be best. Should we cab them? Should we sell them as breads? Like what should we do? So I actually asked Chat GPT what we should do.
I don't think they would have an answer for cow market. I don't know. They might.
He did.
What did he say?
He said that numbers are down still and prices are going to hold strong through the end of 2025, early 2026.
Dang. Is Chat GPT a he?
I don't know.
For you, it's a he. For me, it's a she.
It's a she?
Wisdom in the book of Proverbs is a she.
Really?
Yeah. When they refer to wisdom, they refer to it as a female.
Checks out.
Yeah. Y'all are usually a good judge of character.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we didn't work out. I think it was because my hair was better than yours.
At least yours is real.
Yeah. Yeah, you always did have good wigs, though.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, I used to borrow them. That's how y'all met, right? That's how we met, wig shopping.
Wig convention.
The wig convention, I mean. Yeah, there's a place in Vegas you can go. I'd go there twice a year. You get a good wig, get ready to spend about $500. They're not cheap.
Damn.
Well, what else? What are you going to next?
Well, what am I going to next? I don't know. Get ready for deer season.
It's August. You film feeders yet?
Well, that's illegal in Missouri.
Yeah, but. Yeah, but I mean.
I think you. Don't quote me if the conservation agents watch this. I think you have to stop baiting 30 days before deer season starts. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think it might have been 2 weeks.
Yeah, something weird. Something weird, but gonna hang some stands, hang some more cameras, just kind of get ready, and then
hope they walk by.
Just sit and wait.
Yeah.
In silence.
Just put you a high fence up.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Have you hunted anything other than deer?
Yep. I've killed a couple elk, killed a mule deer. I love to turkey hunt. Pretty much love to hunt everything. I was like pretty much raised as the son my dad never had.
Did you kill the elk with a bow?
I've killed one with a bow and one with a muzzle loader.
Dang.
in New Mexico.
She's a cowboy. So what advice would you have for young girls wanting to get into the industry?
Advice for any young woman wanting to get into the industry, it's kind of cliche, but just work hard. Like, you've got to just get in there and don't be afraid to take risks and get aggressive. Like, if you see something that needs to be done, just do it. Like, my dad and I were having a hard time getting vets out to preg for us. So I went to a school and learned how to preg. From there, I went back and I invested in an ultrasound machine and learned how to ultrasound. And that has been great.
Dang, that is aggressive.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Well, I just if there's something that needs to be done, just do it. And don't wait. Don't sit back, and just work hard. And I don't want to say people don't, people want to work hard for stuff, but it's hard. It can be hard to get into.
Yeah, you're doing it. I don't know. I think that there's I think the industry is going to weed out people that want to do it, that want to do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, that don't want it for the right reasons. And
ever since I started riding bulls and punching fools, I've been wearing an American hat because I'm an American. I actually wore a different hat before that for the longest, but then my mom got a job. So wear an American hat, old son. Otherwise, you ain't no cowboy.
Like we were talking about earlier with building that connection with your livestock, like, women make phenomenal ranchers.
Caregivers.
Yeah, women are natural caregivers. We're mothers, we're aunts, we're, daughters, and that's what sets women apart within the ranching industry.
I agree with that 100%.
Embrace, whether you're a mom or not, embrace your maternal instincts that women just have, and listen to your gut. Like, there's so many times, like, we'll just be out working, or especially when we're calving, and I can just feel something's off.
Dang.
It's like your mom gut. And I mean, any rancher has that too. My dad, he can look at a cow and know when she's going to calve, but just trust your maternal instincts that are deep inside. And I'll tell you, when I became a mom, it changed ranching for me tenfold.
Really?
It changed. I always cared. Like I just said, women are caregivers. It's just it comes very natural to us. But when I became a mom, calving out heifers became just night and day difference.
Dang.
I felt so, not to get all like hippie, but like connected to them,
Yeah.
And it was like, man, that's, she's having a baby, and I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to make sure I'm there for her. And, if that calf can't get up, I'm going to get up and make sure it gets to suck. And I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to be out there. And
Dang.
it's just so.
That's interesting. I've never thought of that.
Really? Oh,
For
my
real.
gosh.
I mean, because we do have, Jordan, she rides bulls, and but she does have, I feel like, an extra layer of care that she gives animals.
Yeah.
We have 12 interns, and they rotate 2 at a time feeding, and you can always you have an extra layer of peace whenever Jordan is on duty, because especially like if I'm going to be gone, like to a booth or something, catching a horse colicking, or the bulls are acting weird because they got crappy I don't know, whatever it is, she's going to be paying attention.
Yeah,
mainly the horses are so sensitive.
Yeah.
There's always something going on with a horse.
Yeah.
The more you have, hold off as long as you can on owning a horse, people. Ride outside
true.
horses. Ride somebody else's horse.
Or just buy a Can-Am.
Yeah. Well,
Have a horse.
my industry would string me up if I suggested use a side-by-side over a horse.
See, my industry, I can just say whatever I want.
That's true. Yeah. I
Can-Am.
like to use a Can-Am, like whenever we're gathering, like maybe bucking bulls or fighting bulls. It's
Yeah.
pretty acceptable then.
It's just like anything else. It's a tool. There's a time and a place.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place to use it. Like at home, pulling bulls in July, not going to use the Can-Am, not going to use the feed truck because they're not going to come out of the trees and the ditches.
Right.
Going to use a horse.
And rat shot. Mm-hmm. Do you have any questions for me?
What is your favorite thing about your job?
My job? Oh, man. Somebody said, did you see my video where I was riding a bull like with the saddle.
Yes.
Yeah, so like that's just, we call it our bucket list bull. Like if somebody wanted to get on a bull just one time, we'd put him on that one.
Yeah.
Because he's like just jump, kick in a circle, and still dangerous, but it's mitigated risk.
Yeah.
Very low risk.
Comparatively speaking.
Comparatively
to the
speaking.
Alternative.
Yeah, to your ABBI champion or a PBR short rounder, you know, like that can kill you. Well, anyways, I was like, man, this dude's gentle. And so I put my saddle on him and let him go out of the chute. And it's made for good videos, but like I love those moments. Like a while ago, I walked up to that little bitty track, and I've never ridden a dirt bike to speak of, like at all. Like I gave one away. It was like a little, just one gear. Didn't even have, and I rode that around my arena, but like I don't ride dirt bikes at all.
Yeah.
But I walked up to that track and I saw that jump, and I immediately got like a feeling in my stomach because I was like, I'm gonna do that, with or without the camera. Like,
Yeah, you're
that's just me. Like I'm a rodeo cowboy, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I'm an adrenaline guy. Well,
You're like a
anyways,
thrill chaser a little bit. Yeah.
yes. I mean, that's just what I'm into. I went to Arizona for me. I didn't go out there. I mean, we took cameras and filmed it when we caught Mavericks. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but long story short, I made a video on that bull the other day, and I was like, I'm going to try to gather these other bucking bulls. So you spill a bull in with new bulls that they're going to fight.
Yeah, they're not happy about it.
So I'm on his back, and I'm going to try to get around him and gather him. And, well, ended up they chased me out of the pen. They chased me down this alley into a dead end, and I knew what was coming. And the video went bananas on Instagram, but basically I got hooked. But I kind of saw it coming. I picked my leg up, and he just like brushed me. Could have been bad. But I like moments like that, you know?
So you use this nice bull as bait, basically.
No, he got himself out of there. I knew he could get out of there.
Okay.
The dead end, I wasn't planning for that.
Okay,
I didn't set that up.
You just took my boy out there and left him with the wolves.
No.
Okay.
We were out in a pasture. I was just trying to get him, get the bulls. Somehow he ended up, like, this wasn't part of the plan.
Things went awry.
Yes.
But yeah, those moments of...
But somebody commented on there, FAFO,
Yeah.
and it said, this is what happens when you do things for clicks. And it made me so mad because that's not what that's not why I'm out here. Like, I do this, I'm in this lifestyle because I love it. You know, like we did, sometimes we'll buck and practice and we forget to film it.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be doing this anyway. We just happen to also have a YouTube channel.
Well, yeah.
And that's what makes the YouTube channel.
People who say stuff like that, they just don't get it.
Right.
And they never will.
And
never will.
there are some people out there that will do things maybe just for the clicks. To be honest, I don't think there's much wrong with that. Like, it's not new. Yeah. For some reason, I mean, like, look at these actors. That is their only job, is to do wild stuff or act on TV just so people will watch it.
Yeah.
Why is it so different with us on the internet? We just don't have a producer and a film crew. We're doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything immoral about that, about making a YouTube show with hopes that someone will watch it. At least not any more immoral than an actor in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But even on that level, like, man, this is the wild stuff I want to do.
Just like doing something like riding horses, working with livestock, like you really never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So I know what you're talking about, of like that feeling of just like acting in the moment, like that rush of adrenaline, and like, you know, like tagging a calf and the mama ain't happy about it. Like, something about that, you know, like I post during calving season, I'll post a lot of videos of me tagging calves and banding calves and, you know, working them and everything. And I get a lot of comments like, good luck doing that with my mamas, you know, or, you know, good luck doing that. And I'm like they think it's a flex that they're too scared to get out and do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely don't try to put myself in a dangerous situation, but you know, in the same breath, like if I didn't hop out to tag a calf, my dad would not be mad. He would more so just make fun of me.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, just get out and, you know, just do it. Or
that's just, I don't know, like, I could see me, there's a cow on the hook, no cameras. I might jump out there and make a round with her.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Now, later, I'm going to do that and film it, but I've been doing that before there was the internet.
Well, how much stuff happens that isn't
and you hear
captured.
old men say that all the time. Boy, if we'd had cameras back in our day, we'd be okay. I'm like those guys. I just now have a camera.
But you're doing it. And I mean, that's like my dad. The stories he has about the things he has done, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And and I've said so many times, man, I wish I would have been there to film that, or I wish I would have, and I love getting footage of him doing stuff, because I'll also get a lot of comments about the internet loves my father. Like he's like a celebrity in his own right.
Yeah.
And people love watching him, but then people will also comment on my videos about him and, dang, when I was his age, good luck doing that when you get to be my age. Well, he's like 67, and like people will come and
he's got plenty of miles.
Yeah.
Because he's in good shape.
I know he is. I mean, he's a worker. He's one of those like good old boys from way back. Like, and I love that. He's so much fun to hang out with.
Well, what advice do you have for me? We normally wrap up with life advice. You've already given some to young ladies in the industry.
Okay.
What do you have for Dale Brisby?
What advice do I have for the great Dale Brisby?
That's another curveball.
What advice do I have for you?
Mm-hmm.
If you find a good woman, don't let her go.
I'm not going to read too much into that, Alex. Been breaking each other's hearts for years.
That's all I'll say.
All right, well, we're going to get back to riding our Can-Ams. Thank you guys for listening. We took a brief break over here to talk shop but they just showed up with the rigs, so looks like it's our turn. And thanks so much. Y'all check out Alex Templeton. That is a super cool cap, by the way. Can we get that on? Do you have a website?
Yeah.
What is it?
agtalkwithalex.com.
No kidding. agtalkwithalex.com. So do you have like a podcast?
No, I just have a website.
You should.
I know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
There's still time. When this person sends you a video, this young lady that is listening to this, they're going to send you a 1-minute video on why they should be your intern.
I need a podcast editor. I need a videographer. I need a graphic designer and a babysitter.
Pay depends on experience.
Yes. Follow me, Alex Templeton _ on all platforms.
I love you all. Go to rodeotime.com. I'm on to the next one. Pow, pow.